Timothy "Tim" Meadows is an American actor and comedian best known as one of the longest-running cast members on Saturday Night Live, where he served for 10 seasons. Early life: Tim Meadows was born in Highland Park, Michigan, the son of Mardell, a nurse's assistant, and Lathan Meadows, a janitor. He studied television and radio broadcasting at Wayne State University. Career: Meadows began performing improvisational comedy at the Soup Kitchen Saloon. Meadows' start in show business was in Chicago as a member of the Second City comedy troupe alongside future star Chris Farley. In 1991, Meadows landed a spot on Saturday Night Live and would go on to become a longtime cast member, appearing on the program until 2000. Meadows' lengthy tenure on the show was used as a gag in 3 monologues when former cast members Phil Hartman and Mike Myers returned to the show to host, and when Alec Baldwin hosted for his 12th time. Meadows often spoofed famous personalities including O.J. Simpson, Michael Jackson, Tiger Woods, Oprah Winfrey and Erykah Badu on SNL, and one time remarked that he had no character that was identified to him, such as Wayne and Garth being identified to Mike Myers and Dana Carvey. Eventually he did get an original character with Leon Phelps, the Ladies' Man, a perpetually horny talk show host who believed himself to be the living definition of what women search for in a man. The sketch character was adapted into a 2000 film, The Ladies' Man, which followed the character's attempts to find love and a suitable outlet for his beloved radio program. Despite a surprise guest appearance by Meadows on Saturday Night Live immediately following his departure to promote the movie, it was not well received by critics or fans and subsequently flopped at the box office. It has, however, become a cult classic on DVD and cable. In 2001 he co-starred in 3 Days. In 2003 he appeared as Miles McDermott in the Even Stevens movie. Meadows soon moved on to other projects, including a regular role on the short-lived NBC sitcom The Michael Richards Show and a supporting role in the 2004 film The Cookout. He also guest-starred as a client on the hit NBC comedy The Office in the 2nd season episode The Client. He played a high school principal in Mean Girls, a film written by fellow SNL cast member Tina Fey. He also had a part in Handsome Boy Modeling School's album White People. In 2007, he appeared in a large supporting role in Walk Hard, The Dewey Cox Story. Meadows has appeared in other feature films, including Coneheads, It's Pat, and Wayne's World 2, all of which were based on popular SNL characters and had varying degrees of success. Most recently he was in the 2006 film The Benchwarmers alongside his former SNL co-stars Rob Schneider and David Spade. He was also featured in CBS's game show Marathon, has appeared on The Colbert Report in the recurring role of P.K. Winsome, and starred in The Bill and Val Show. He is also a frequent guest on The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson as a comic field reporter. On May 31, 2008, Meadows threw out a ceremonial first pitch and conducted the 7th-inning stretch at Wrigley Field during a Chicago Cubs game against the Colorado Rockies. In 2014, Meadows co-starred alongside Casey Wilson and Ken Marino in the short-lived NBC sitcom Marry Me. He and Dan Bikatinsky play the Kevins, the gay dads of Annie who are both named Kevin. Meadows continues to perform improv in Chicago and Los Angeles, most frequently at venues such as the Improv Olympic and Upright Citizens Brigade Theater. With Heather Ann Campbell and Miles Stroth, Meadows frequently performed in the improvised sketch show, Heather, Miles, and Tim in Los Angeles. Filmography. Television: Saturday Night Live as various characters, Strangers with Candy as Percy Kittens, The Michael Richards Show as Kevin Kelly, TV Funhouse as various voices, Third Watch as Leroy Watkins, One-on-One as Leroy Ballard, Living with Fran as Greg Peters, The Office as Christian, Everybody Hates Chris as Soul Train Teacher, Reba as Steve Norris, The Colbert Report as P.K. Winsome, Help Me Help You as Dr. Pete Spiller, Love Spring International as Joe Reynolds, According to Jim as Dennis, Lil Bush as Barack Obama, The Bill and Val Show as Paul Dufresne, Glory Days as Professor Haynes, Funny or Die Presents as Skip Spence Raylan, The New Adventures of Old Christine as Dr. Vogue, The Life and Times of Tim as various voices, Suburgatory as Edmund, Mr. Box Office as Principal Theodore Martin, Bob's Burgers as Mike the Mailman, 30 Rock as Martin Luther King, The Venture Brothers as Win Song, Comedy Bang! Bang! As J. Milo Beauregard, The Goldbergs as Mr. Glascott, Marry Me as Kevin 1, The Spoils Before Dying. References. External links: Tim Meadows at the Internet Movie Database, official website.